Boom, new standard, Hour of Devastation, deck tech, mono green, desert ramp, splashing red and blue. Welcome in, much love, Trav here. How's it going? I hope you're doing great. Much love, welcome in. Trav here. Okay, so deck tech, we got the main here, we got the sideboard here. Going to talk about this strategy, and just off the bat, the reason that I'm sharing this strategy is because it's not the one. This is not the deck that I'm going to be playing at the Pro Tour. It has too many holes, but it's pretty sweet, and has been a lot of fun to play and brew, and I want to share it with you. It might be something that you like, and we can learn from it, etc., etc. The deck's good. It's just it's a little bit too weak to certain cards. I know people want to see some brews from me. I know you want to see some new stuff, some new strategies, so that's what we're doing. Here it is. And after the Pro Tour, I'll be able to share the good stuff, the best stuff. I'll be able to show you exactly what I'm playing, what we're playing. Okay, so let's start off with this deck. Now, where did this idea even come from? First, the people involved. We've been talking about Ramp in the Mastermind. We've been talking about Ramp in the Lingering Souls team. Donald Smith came up with mostly this build, the main deck. Here I changed a few cards, but that's kind of how it came to be. And the build around card obviously is Hour of Promise. 5 mana, search for 2 lands, any 2 lands, put them into play. And if you have 3 deserts, make 2/2/2 zombies. So that's some crazy ass value if you can do it. And that's what we wanted to try to do, is build a deck that consistently get a ton of value off that. Get a couple shrines to ramp to Ulamog and get a couple deserts. Also, we want to take the variants out of Ramp and go back to tried and true Traverse and Ishkanah. So we're also doing a Delirium thing here. Traverse, to me, one of the best cards in Standard, even very good in Modern, just because it lets you play fewer lands, and in the late game, it's going to tutor up what you need. It's your extra Ulamogs, your extra Ishkanahs, etc. Just truly incredible fixing card. Really love this card. And that's not the problem with the deck, but it's what makes the deck good, I think. And then we have Ishkanah as well as a great way to get to the late game, survive, good against Heart of Kiran. Anyone trying to come at you with aggro, anyone just on turn 5 lets you buy back into the game. So to make Delirium work, playing 4 Vessels. Vessel obviously is another one that lets you find what you need in the early game, and Grapple, and both set up a mill for Kozilek's Return. So game plan as well as Kozilek's Return, flashing back with Worldbreaker Ulamog. And if we're playing this desert mana base, we can't really afford to run Hour of Devastation, not enough red, and Kozilek's Return is probably a little bit better in this deck anyways. Okay, so a few cool things going on here. Corrupted Graftstone is a nice ramper that doesn't die to creature removal, doesn't die to your sweepers. I like it. And then check this out. Walking Ballista, this is a good card, right? We know that it's good. It lets you do something on turn 2. It lets you do something on turn 6. A cool thing about Walking Ballista is you play Ballista turn 2, you play Spring to Mind turn 3, you play Ishkanah with Delirium turn 4, because Ballista is artifact creature, Spring Mind is instant sorcery. That's 4 types between 2 cards. Very quick Delirium, so I really like that. And thought it was really sweet. Mana base, okay. Talking about the deserts, haven't said which one specifically. 4 Oasis, 4 Desert of the Indomitable, so we got the Cycle one, which helps with Delirium. We've got the Hash Up Oasis to pump, but it's untapped, costs a little bit of life, but it lets you consistently have Hour, get the value out of it, so you can attack Planeswalkers, chump block to protect while you're ramping towards your 10. I haven't been impressed with Sanctum so much in ramp decks. Usually we're not running out of gas, it's just trying to get the mana. And I want to draw as many shrines as possible, like 3 shrines at 7 mana. That's 10 mana, right? I mean, the Broken Curve is turn 3 Spring Mind, turn 4 Hour of Promise, turn 5. You have 10 for Ulamog right there. And we want to have Delirium so we can tutor it up if we need to. So that's the main. And then trackers and negates. You got blue for counters, green for trackers. You can play Thought-Knot Seer pretty easily, Reality Smasher if you want to do that. Okay, so here's the deck. How did it actually play? I took it through 1 league and 3-2'd with it, which was decent. But basically the reason that I've abandoned it is because I feel it's too weak to the card Chandra. And we'll talk about how you can build a ramp deck, although maybe I play ramp. I'm not sure ramp's quite good enough. It's definitely very good, but I want to do some more broken stuff, and there's some flaws to ramp. But this deck is really fucking weak to Chandra. It comes down early. You pretty much have to Ulamog it before it ultimates, because I mean you can Ballista ping it, but we have almost nothing to attack it. It's just very problematic card, and a lot of other. That's just too much of a. It's too much of a problem to me. That's where my losses were coming from. Chandra's a very popular card in Standard, and you can't be so weak and soft to Planeswalkers. You have to be good at attacking, able to take it down, or counter it, or consistently, right? So how can you fix this weakness? All right, you can fix this weakness. I started trying an updated version without the deserts that has more red. You have servants and you have Chandras of your own, and you have Hour of Devastation. And that's great. You do lose some power with Hour of Promise, and you have a good deck. It's not quite as spicy. It's just a green, kind of standard green-red ramp, which we're seeing. So green-red ramp is great. It's a good deck, and it'll continue to evolve. I expect to see it do well at the Pro Tour. Probably not the all-desert version, and it's not really a secret, which is why I can make another video about this. Green-red ramp is good, right? Although there's a lot of other good, crazy good decks. So stay tuned for those. Be talking about it after the Pro Tour, sharing a lot of stuff with you. If you're in the mastermind, you get to see it as it develops and be on the ground floor as we build this stuff up. So hope you find that useful and helpful, and appreciate all of you. And if you want another deck tech, let me know which deck you want to see in the comments, and we'll do it. So much love, and speak with you soon.